Welcome back to Let's Play DDO Permadeath. Alright, it is time for one of the most testing moments of the early levels of the game. I am just about to do Redwillows, which is the quest that I've died in most often. Redwillow's on hard. I've lost more Permadeath characters than any other quest. In fact, it is the only quest in the game which I've died in, or rather that I've lost Permadeath characters in, where I've lost more than one Permadeath character.
Patrolling monsters have trampled paths and twisting patterns through the lush jungle.
I'm not sure whether I've lost 2 or 3 Permadeath characters in this quest. It's definitely the only one I've died in more than once. And I remember dying in here on at least 2 occasions.
Five haggard-looking halflings can be spied through the thick jungle foliage. Redwillow spun a clever tale, asking you to recover 4 items from research camps that were overrun by goblinoids. An important missive has been handed over to your party. Somewhere in the jungle, a dark emissary awaits.
Alright.
Reeking of rotting meat and roasting flesh, a pack of goblinoids plays with freshly picked bones.
Now, the reason this quest is so dangerous
among them is a dark, scaly champion whose eyes burn with hate.
Is because it is easy to pull too much aggro. Hopefully the range damage will make this easy. It's certainly going well so far.
As you approach the bamboo, a dark figure sprints out, stumbling past scorpions and buttons.
Of course, the other problem in this one is having enough inventory space. Yes, the main problem in this quest is pulling too much aggro, and I think all of the times I've died in here have been in groups. It is very easy for people to pull a large group of enemies and just get overwhelmed.
Bear fills your nostrils. It seems you have stumbled into their lair.
So far I seem in good shape though, and it's always a good test of a character, whether you can get around Redwillows and not have too many difficulties. There are much bigger dangers later on than this bit though, of course. And given the dying in groups, given I die much more often in groups in here.
You approach. Savage tooth yearns for a fight.
Nice trip.
Mortally wounded, Savage Tooth utters a pathetic death rattle.
I'm not sure I've seen that guy before, or at least I haven't seen him in a while. Maybe I've seen him once ever. Plenty of XP in this one though, nearly 1,000 already. Yes, given that the problem in this one is mostly being in groups and pulling too much aggro, it's very much open to question whether it's a good idea to have my dog with me at all in here. It is clearly a big disadvantage of the pets generally, that they are inclined to run off and pull enemies that you don't want them to. I've decided I'm going to keep the dog with me though. I may set him onto completely passive mode in some of the more dangerous spots.
Several camps are strewn throughout the area. Each camp boasts well-armed patrols that scour the area for outlaws.
There's no doubt that having the range damage is very helpful though. Although that said, at least one of the times I've died in here was due to a ranged person waking too many enemies up at distance.
The sand shifts to reveal a small brood of night scorpions.
So having the ranged is no guarantee of safety in here.
Huddled together in the jungle here. Destroy them before they make a meal of
I took the trouble at the start to put flaming on my acid crossbow, as well as some frost on my main crossbow, so I could switch over to the acid one for the trolls here. And it was doing nice damage there. Just wore off as I said that. Man, inventory full already? I've hardly done anything.
Bugbear and hobgoblin assassins peer hungrily from the dark corners of the jungle.
Having the range damage here makes this a lot safer. Okay, this looks like Scorpion territory again.
Near invisible tunnels in the salt earth betray the presence of a scorpion nest. Hobgoblins have created a small warren ahead. Destroy them.
I was sticking near the flame turret there, but I've got enough range damage that in small groups these guys are no trouble.
Feasts and chortles loudly nearby. Goblinoid camp awaits you beneath a canopy of jungle trees.
All right. I've had enough damage
Several
that
bugbears have built a small camp in the shade of the ruined walls.
I've got enough damage that I'm having no trouble at all here. The giant bit will still be dangerous, but this bit is fine. Okay, looks like I missed the research notes somewhere. And I'm afraid I will have to come back for the chest later, given my inventory is totally full. No named gargoyles today. Ah, there it is. Not quite sure how I managed to walk past that earlier.
You have recovered all of the lost items Redwillow described. Return them to the halflings at Redwillow's camp. You have returned the items to their caretakers. Inform Redwillow of your success.
Alright, now to go and pick up the chest that I had to skip earlier. And do the various optionals. The optionals have quite a few traps in, so well, the Hobgoblin optional has a lot of traps in, so that bit's fairly dangerous too. Especially since I don't play it on a trappy character very often, so I don't know where the traps are. parking my dog outside since he's probably going to run into the traps and die in here. I don't know if that is all of the traps or just some of them. Now there are definitely more traps around here, but I don't remember which way. Yes, that's not a good sign. So I'm guessing spinning blade traps on this slope here. Phew. I guess there could be more than one box. Nope, seems I'm okay. I was expecting more casters in there. There are probably more if you do it in a group. And this room is one that I very rarely get into, since you need a trapper for it. Ha, that was a nasty trap. Because I have died several times in this quest, I'm particularly cautious going around here. Maybe this is the room that has more casters. I got myself wedged up against the pillar there. Alright. Onslaught, debilitation, and ransack. Oh, I have the drow area to do as well. I almost forgot.
Scuttling clatter on stones as the scorpion patrol approaches. As you make your way beyond the brush, you spy two dark-skinned forms rushing toward a larger camp.
Oh, that it chose to give me...
Stoic, the dark-skinned men watch as you approach. The one clad in dark green cloth seems to be the leader.
Oh, that it gave me the Torgan army optional just there. I guess it's expecting me to go to the end fight about now.
Ketsan Porta whispers a dark prayer as he steels himself up to battle. Their taint is cleansed from this area of the jungle.
Alright. And now we head to the serious bit. Alright, time to dismiss my pet, I think. Stealth is much more important in the first part of this end fight.
Redwillow has opened a gate that leads to the culprit behind this invasion, a hill giant named Tortgon.
Okay. For those that aren't familiar with the safe way of doing this quest, the tactic here is always to
Redwillow's
sneak in.
gateway deposits you into the center of a long, overgrown ruin. Something
Man, I
here
don't
is
remember that
not
giant
right.
being so close. Uh-oh. Of course, this must be the first time I've done this one under the new sneaking mechanics. That guy was way too close for a non-stealthy character like mine to sneak past. I got far enough away that none of the others saw me though. Fighting at the portal itself, you have two groups of enemies coming from two directions, each of which is pretty powerful. So it's a pretty bad idea to try and fight by the portal. I seem to recall the favoured spot is over here, where you're somewhat shielded by the steepness of the climb. It's a little trickier for them to reach you up here. Well, it chopped through all of my ablative armour, but that went fine. Yet another shrine that I don't need. Yes, you certainly couldn't bring the dog in here. You would pull way too much aggro. The terrain in here is a bit unfavourable to the giants. Having so many trees to manoeuvre around is actually quite tricky for them. They're, as you see, they can see you from a long way away, which is why the sneaking method. Yes, with the dog you would really have no control over how many enemies were coming at you. And having cleared out one group of enemies, it makes life a lot easier, because there's plenty of space here for the range damage, provided you don't have all the enemies coming on you at once. Whereas if you're fighting by the portal there, you've got enemies coming from both sides and don't really have anywhere to fall back. Other than through the portal, which doesn't I guess it gives you a way out, but it doesn't give you a good spot to fight from.
Well fortified and guarded, you have found your way to the giant leader's stronghold. You will need cunning to defeat this foe.
It's important to keep the pillar between me and the boss at this point, since he can see a long way too. Okay, just the boss and one or two of his minions left. Hang on, the minions saw me. I'm trying to prepare, damn it. Alright, might just be the boss now. Alright, I'm going to put Death Block on, since this guy is a caster and I'm not sure if he might have some sort of death magic. It's only an outside possibility, but I might as well be prepared. Let's have my pet back, since there's not enough enemies left to be worried about aggro. Pet buffed. Short-term buffs. And just the boss to go. The other thing I need is a way to remove blindness, since this guy does like to cast blindness. And I do have a couple of wood blossom meads, which I actually picked up for the bloody crypt, if I remember right. I didn't need them there, so I've still got them for this fight.
Hold over the goblin tribe is shattered.
Alright, very nice. Got it done, and got it done safely. Actually, that was very safe. I could possibly have managed Elite. The traps would have been dangerous. I might have had to leave the hobgoblins, but the rest, maybe. I guess the sneaking part would have been risky too, but possible. And this one's a lot of XP. Six for the quest itself. 13. About 10,000 XP in total. Not bad. See you in the next video.